Hey, everybody. So just a few bits of clarification for your COVID-19 current event journal. Um, so I know for the science, basically you're expected to do, I think it's, if I'm looking at this correctly, for week one, you would comment on like what is, the coronavirus, how it's transmitted, where are we for finding a treatment or vaccine for the virus, and that's it. So that's for week one for science. Now for social two, I'd like to see two journal entries. They don't have to be novels. In fact, I've capped it at 2 minutes long, so it shouldn't be too long, anyways. There's about 8 questions, I believe. And so with these 8 questions, I don't like. So I want to ask you like to just answer number one on the first journal entry, number two on the second journal entry. It's basically use a combination of those. So maybe question one or two might be more prevalent in one of your journal entries. Maybe you might focus more on number five, which has deals with the economy, because maybe there's more stuff to talk about with that. So basically, just a combination of the different questions. They're more like discussion like questions or prompt questions to get you thinking about it. So for number one, it says, "What did the government announce, declare, implement today?" So remember, today is like the closing of the borders between Canada and the United States. That'd be a big topic to talk about. Does it impact you directly? Why or why not? Like, is families? Does it impact the family? How are they handling the announcement? Two, is there anything open around you, closed, right? So, if you're out and you're looking out, is there anything going on? Is lots of things closed? Of course they are, right? So talk about that. Three, check outside. Are people walking around? What are the current surroundings like? I had to go out and drive for a little bit, and I was going around, and there wasn't too much traffic at this point. So if you look outside, is there anything going on outside around you, or anyone around walking, things like that? Four, how is today different for you and your family versus anywhere else in the world? So, different countries are at different stages of this whole thing. So, what's happening here is different than elsewhere, right? Oh, and I had a question. What do you mean by twice a week? So basically, the journal entry just twice a week. So pick any day. So you could pick like a Tuesday and then maybe a Saturday, the journal entry, right? So maybe you're like, oh, I'll journal entry today, and because there's lots of stuff going on, so you just send me your journal entry, and then maybe you might not send me another journal entry till Sunday. So just basically twice a week, send me a journal entry each time. So on your flip grid, you have the social place where you put your journal entries. Just label them. Say, hey, journal entry for number one, journal entry number two. So that way I know that you sent them twice. All right. So number five. Did you see any examples of scarcity? Right. Yeah, the idea of the toilet paper, which you know. Oh, Oh, yeah. So, Andrea, do we answer all questions twice a week? No, like I mean, again, they're pretty much prompt questions, so they're to get you thinking about it. So it's like maybe, for instance, there's big news today, about the closing of the border between Canada and the United States. So maybe you might want to focus a little bit more about what the government announced and might how that impacts you, right? Maybe you checked outside and you might want to tell me what's going on outside. Maybe there's not too many examples of how it affected the economy. So you might leave that out this time. So it's just a combination of the different questions. You don't have to answer all 8 questions all at once. You can if you'd like. But no, just don't do it like I'll answer number one in journal number one, number two in journal number two, something like that. Oh, well, you can. No, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. As if you answer all of the questions in one video, that's fine. You're allowed to do that too. There's no like clear way to do it. It's whatever way you kind of want to do it, right? Oh yeah, no worries, Scott. It's cool. Yeah, you can answer all the questions in one video too. There's no wrong or right way to do it, right? These are just to get you guys thinking. All right, so don't worry about it. And six, how is resource management in your home going? Seven, what's your current level of hope, fear, and anxiety? That might be something you might want to answer every journal entry because that might change depending on the day, right? And then I look forward to seeing the 4 million words a second. And then yeah, and eight, I like every journal entry to end on a positive note. So again, like everything you see the news and you see the media and you're looking at it, and it can kind of easily be overwhelmed by all the stuff that's going on and feel like it's kind of very bleak, right? So again, end it off on a positive note because despite all the stuff that's going on, there still are positive in the world, the people that are helping each other out in positive ways that people are approaching this. So try and see if you can find anything like that. It's good for your own mental health too. It's just looking at it and seeing some of the good out there. I know it's sometimes hard to see it, but see if you can, right? Oh, Was my thing going at 4 million words a second? Oh, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Okay. So, and then lastly, this can kind of go with science too. What factors of production would go into the creation of a vaccine? I know Mrs. James asked about the vaccine, but like, what factors of production go into it? So, like, what from the land, what type of labor, what type of capital would be needed to actually make the vaccine? So, you don't have to answer about every journal entry, but you can pick a journal entry to answer it if you like. So yeah, no, that's basically it. I'm gonna put this up on the D2L just because I know a few people had questions and kind of like if they answered all 8 questions, answered just a couple, things like that. Oh, I'm good. Thanks, Elizabeth. We're doing good here at the family. No baby quite yet, guys. She's doesn't want to come out right now. Can't quite blame her, but I hope you guys are all doing well and stuff like that. I think the one positive that we have with something like this, and it's important to try and look for the positives, is that in this day and age that we're still kind of connected in this way. Like in other decades, we wouldn't have this. So it's good that we can still kind of communicate and discuss and things, see how everybody's doing and stuff. I hope everybody's doing well, and hopefully, this gets better sooner than later, and that we can hopefully get back before the end of June. But like I can tell you guys, we're all working really hard to try to make sense of it. So don't get too stressed out, guys. Like right now, like about academics. As I've said before, this isn't an academic crisis that we're facing. So really, don't get high strung about assignments and things right now. Right? We're just easing into this. We're just trying to figure out how exactly this is going to work. So just take it easy. Take a deep breath. Right? So I'm probably gonna sign off now for just a tiny bit. Oh no, we're no PATs, no PATs. So the government said that there's going to be no PATs going on, which is good because now, with that being the case, I don't have to go at a timeline that I need to go at. Like I don't have to go at a super fast timeline. We can kind of take our time, and I kind of control the pace now because I can control the final outcome. So that's great, right? Yeah, no, I'm pumped too. I'm pumped. There's no PATs as well. So this is great. I mean, that's great. You guys have any more questions for me before I sign off? No? Okay. Well, sounds good. If you have any questions, like don't hesitate to send me. I'm near my email all the time. So Google Mail or whatnot or anything like that. Do you have a hall pass? Hmm? Can you go to the washroom? Hall pass? Hall pass? No? No? Then no, I'm sorry, you cannot go to the washroom. No, just kidding. All right. All right, guys. So I'll oh darn. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great day. Send me any messages if you can. All right, bye bye.